the Whirlwinds are crucial to your army late game. Because you're not going to get them right away, because there's no point to get Whirlwinds right away when you have those 88s. You get rid of the 88s when the artillery starts coming, and once that artillery starts coming, then you need to switch to Jag Panthers and Whirlwinds to get that air-ground defense combo. The Whirlwinds, I've seen people use them, and they take a lot of damage, and they dish out even more. These things take anything down into the sky. These remind me of M19s, but I think they're much stronger than an M19, and that would make sense since they are a prototype unit and they come from the proto base. So good unit, only 25 bucks to research and 35 to use. You can pump 3 or 4 of those out when you need to make that push, and it's a good unit in my opinion. The Morzer, don't get me started on this thing. It's just a big waste of money. It's just like the Long Tom. I'm so happy it's 210 millimeters. I like it. It's not a big deal. It's 50 bucks to upgrade and 60 to buy. Like I said, unless you're playing 3v3, 4v4, and you're like the middle squad, and you're just steamrolling the opponent, you're just trying to rub it in, or in a 1v1 you're trying to rub it in. Then go crazy, buy as many Morzers as you can, but I'll lose my voice. Buy as many as you can, but do not use them in 1v1 unless you can, or unless you pretty much steamrolling the opponent, and then why even waste the money, or waste the time, when you can just end the game and finish them off. So again, don't waste the money on the Morzer. The Wurfrummen, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's actually a pretty good thing. It reminds me of the Calliope. The only thing is I would not get this vehicle because it's actually, no, it doesn't need upgrade. I made a mistake. The thing is, it's only got armor, vehicle armor, so pretty much any airstrike and it's toast. Any tank, toast. Anything that shoots a gun, and this rocket launcher vehicle's garbage. Yeah, maybe if you have a ton of them, it's worth it, but unless you're mass producing these things and just assaulting the crap out of the opponent, there's just no point to get it, especially when it's just lacking accuracy. Oh, it's just the same thing as the Calliope, just shoots left or right, I guess. But again, it doesn't have any armor. At least the Calliope is 40 bucks and it has the level 3 armor, so it can take some damage and still survive. This thing, it's got nothing. No point to buy it for 40 bucks unless you're gonna produce so many of them that the enemy won't be able to touch you. But like again, with the vehicle armor, there's no point when a infantry-based attack could kill this thing. It's on to the big boy in the finale. The Moz tank. This thing is pretty much like a T95, except it's amazinger. It's I've played 3v3, 4v4s, and I've seen this guy mass produce a bunch of these, and he absolutely steamrolled me with Whirlwinds. I think he was on my side of the map, but I wasn't going against him. It was a sort of weird situation. Anyway, pretty much he had about 5 or 6 of these, and he had a bunch of Whirlwinds, and I think he actually also had Strum Tigers as well. And he just walked in. I was trying to mass produce Jacksons, and he was just taking them down like they were candy. Yeah, these things were beasts, but unless you're, again, steamrolling 1v1 to spend 60 bucks or to spend 50 on the up research plus 60 on the tank, there's just no point. Yeah, it crushes anything it touches, but it's so slow. It's so slow, and it needs to be looking at what it's shooting at. Like, obviously it needs to turn its tracks. I mean, when I say it's going to be looking at what it's shooting at. So it's super slow. You get a couple fighter bombers to suicide, and you can take this thing down. Yeah, or just even if you get caught in a bad situation and you get maybe surprise attacked or something, and you lose this for $60, then you just lost a $60 item for no apparent reason. Just there's no point to buy it when you can buy so many better things. You can buy some Whirlwinds or some Strum Tigers or more Tiger tanks with the money you're saving by not researching and getting this. Again, some of these units that they put in the game are only good for steamrolling the opponent. Like when you're playing against a 2v2, you don't buy Lancasters as you don't buy like 50 Lancasters unless you're just going to crush the opponent. Like some upgrades in these games are just pretty much, if you're steamrolling the guy, you can make it worse by getting the most crazy overpowered units and mass producing them because you have nothing better to do, and then steamroll the person. So yeah, the Moss or Mouse I wouldn't get. $110 for this a turtle with a cannon is not worth it in my opinion. And if you somehow mass produce these without being touched in a 1v1, then you just pretty much got lucky that the person was a turtler, because that's the only way you can produce these things, if someone's turtling hardcore, because they're pretty much worthless unless they're mass produced. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, these are my opinions, and like I said, I don't play Germany as much. I'm trying to just give my personal opinion when I've been playing against Germans, what I see them most. So when I'm playing, I'll just do that rundown again of like I did last time. So pretty much when I play, or when you play Germany, I would say no machine gun nest, yes to blockhouse only if you need it. The Volkswagen wheelie wouldn't buy unless you just want to sort of spread them out, because you can spend an extra $10 and get something that kills people and does recon at the same time. So I'd get the SDK. I would get the Strum Grenadier. It's worth the money for the upgrade, and it's the exact same price as the basic Grenadier, so why not spend the extra money and get a sweet heavy infantry unit. Artillery, anti-air, flak if you like to turtle. Most of the basic AA is turtle AA. It's like, I'm not going to be pushing out anytime soon, so again, don't get it unless you're going to be sitting in your base all day. 75mm can be good for quick rushes, but not versus 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, so wouldn't get it. This, again, don't even get me started on long artillery, wouldn't get it. Flak 88mm, amazing, get it as soon as possible to supplement your tank army, and then as soon as that opponent, because usually when you're playing someone and you have a bunch of 88s with tanks, they'll say, I need to kill those 88s, because the 88s are what are killing their AT. So the 88s are killing, say, their Jacksons or something, or they're killing their mobile AT. So the 88s are killing their AT, so they're trying to get rid of your 88 so then they can push with a tank, anti-tank attack. So then they're going to resort to getting, like M40s that have a super long range that can take out your flaks, because the flaks are very fragile. They're only infantry armor. So if you're going against 3 M40s, just say for USA, and they do a sweep across your flaks and take them all out, then you just lost $120, $160 right there in money, and that's points for them. So like, and when you see artillery, then put the flaks away, and then you're gonna want to switch to the Jag Panthers and the Whirlwinds. So again, get the Strum Tiger. It's a good assault unit. It helps your army out.